Hi, hello, welcome to me, summarizing today's news. Because frankly, I just need to edit something, and this is good practice. Alrighty. Today's victim is the New York Times Morning Post. Thank you for giving me content. Please let me get more free articles. Apparently I used the one I had this year. I don't know when. Please just give me more free articles. I beg. Now, today's main article was written by Melissa. The first bit just talks about her experience with Cobbler's weird sign-off. He says enjoy the rest of your time, and then she starts having existential thoughts about the rest of the time she has on Earth. So she ponders what should she take this as an insult? Should she take this as a compliment? And she goes through a midlife crisis and decides this is a compliment. She's gonna use this to be her new mantra to get through life and appreciate the time she has. So she's asked the readers of the New York Times what plans they have for the summer, and I've got a few favorites from this one. First off, we have vasectomy summer. I don't think I need to explain that one. Second, we have Ice Cream Janet, specifically for her enthusiasm. Third, we have this gazpacho maker with an uncanny ability to make enemies. And lastly, we have Fat Elvis Summer Joe. The Times then thinks it's important for every one of their readers to know about the margarita song that's been passing around TikTok. I'm sure you know of it. It's this one.
Give me one margarita, I'ma open my leg.
Why they thought that was important, I couldn't tell you. And then there's someone's year-old summer playlist that I guess didn't get enough appreciation last year from their friend group, so they've subjected us to it. I would tell you what songs are on there, but again, Times, please. Just a few more free articles. I'm so curious. Lastly, just right underneath the main article, they have The Summer of George, which I can again only assume is because of King George over across in England. I don't know. Frankly, in America, it doesn't really affect me too much right now. I hope he's having a good summer. I don't know. The next section we have is the culture section, which starts off with this bright note of this novelist Cormac McCarthy dying. Underneath that is an article about the books that were turned into movies, and underneath that, the Times just had to remind everyone that the Tonys did happen. They were there. Next thing you need to know for culture is Bent Brantley has a bone to pick with the now dead Glenda Jackson. I don't know if this is a compliment or an angry passive-aggressive letter. The world may never know. A comedian about as funny as I am put on a Picasso show that was met with poor reviews, and Cheryl Hines is putting it all on the lines for her husband to possibly be the president. And for the most important section of this article, we have a debunked memoir to thank for Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Next, we're going to jump to the culture calendar just to wait a little bit longer to get to the real news. We have two things on there. One being Past Lives, a movie that just seems to be about two people that can't get past one another. And The Outlander is on its 7th season. I'm going to get to the actual news now. I'm going to start with the least sensitive topics and go to the more serious stuff at the end. And if you need to, feel free to skip to this time. First off, it seems Chris Christie is doing just fine. And frankly, I don't think anybody but him and his colleagues really care. The Greeks have a pirate problem, as smugglers cause one of the worst shipwrecks they've seen in a while. The person who leaked the Pentagon Papers is now dead at 92. An NBA player was suspended from 25 games due to the fact that he waved a handgun around on Instagram. And these last two are the most serious ones. After 3 years, the Minneapolis police were finally found to routinely discriminate against black people and used unjustified deadly force. And the synagogue shooter from 2018 was found guilty and is now awaiting a sentence from a jury on whether or not he receives the death penalty. That's all from the serious section of today's news. We're going to go back to something a little bit more lighthearted. And I hate to do this, but I'm going to complain about the fact that I don't have any more free articles. Look at these pancakes. New York Times, please, I want to make these pancakes. Just underneath that, we have a friendly reminder that you are so far away from owning a home in this economy. In the section they have as living, we once again found out that the BMIs are not an accurate way to say whether someone's healthy or not. Silicon Valley has fulfilled the prophecy and has adopted the black leather jacket. We are only a few years away from Terminator. Stay safe. Travel agents were the next group to fight against AI, and they won! For now. We'll check back with them next year though. Last section is about sports, and frankly I could care less about the US Open. If you care about golf, you can pause and read this, because I am certainly not. But that does conclude today's article. It was rather short, but frankly, that's rather nice. Maybe I'll do this tomorrow. Bye.